absolutely wonderful.
Do you still often see them?
Drop in and see them's not quite what you can do, actually. But you can, the public can go to the church and attend Mass, and there you can see them to one side. So they're not, you can sort of like see them a little bit. So I would try and go to see them once a week, and I'm in touch with them, and I email them at least once or twice a week just to see. I'll email them tonight or tomorrow about tonight's screening and things like that. So I try and keep them up to date with what's going on. Yeah. And I would not like to lose touch with them.
I read somewhere you'd become interested in the visit of the relics of St.
Yes.
When the sisters
were
given permission to attend. But you must have read that at Christ Church, Oxford, about a fortnight ago, the outrageous David Starkey was celebrating the foundation of Christ Church by the syphilitic Henry VIII. And he made a speech saying, thank God, for the Reformation, which got rid of things like relics. He said, but of course with Teresa's relics coming back, all this nonsense is coming back. And I thought, God, I was at college with David, and I think if I offered him a glove or a ring of Henry VIII, he would be, he'd be wetting his knickers.
I'm sure he would.
It's not relics he really objects to, it's when they become religious. He would love something, he would venerate something belonging to Henry VIII. But could you say a little bit about Therese?
Yes, I learned a little bit about St. Therese whilst I was in the monastery. I have to say that one of the things that I really admired about the sisters is that they never pressed their belief or religion on me. I didn't go away with leaflets in my pocket which I would discover as I left the monastery, or you must read this, and things like that. And it was a really very nice dialogue. And I was being told about St. Therese. I don't know whether you know anything about St. Therese of Lisieux. She was a Carmelite nun that died at the age of 24 of tuberculosis towards the end of the 19th century. And she really led a very simple life and didn't quite know how to become great in religion or anything. She didn't really know how to do it. I'm not saying it very well. But anyway, this simple life became, she wrote down how she would try to make her belief in God by just doing the simple things to the best of her ability. And when she died at 24, her sort of diary was published much later, and people began to read this and think that actually this was really quite extraordinary. And people came to visit her grave, and she had a following because of her diaries. And eventually she was canonised sometime around about 1920, I think, or something like that. And her relics, I've just done a tour of this country and visited various sort of, Westminster, all the main sort of centres.
Wormwood Scrub.
Well, I'm Wormwood Scrub as well. And I thought this might be an interesting documentary, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm trying to make a documentary that examines, trying to answer David Starkey's thing really. It's to do with how you become a saint, what happens when you become a saint, what are the meaning of relics, what the life of St. Therese has been like, what this means to the Catholic faith, what relics mean to the Catholic faith, and where the Reformation has changed this. Because, interestingly, the relics went to York Minster, which is the second most important Protestant church in this country. So it's quite interesting that the Dean of York invited these relics to York Minster, which is, so I'm interviewing him about all of this. So my next film will try and examine these articles of faith and the difference between Catholics and Protestants in terms of the Reformation and saints and all of that. Sounds very grand, but it'll probably be much simpler than that. Any more questions? Okay, well, thank you very much, and I'd like to thank CineCity for allowing me to show the film here as well. So, thank you very much.